Before we get this video started, I do want to tell everyone that hasn't played Halo 5 yet that if you do want to play it, all you have to do is sign up for Xbox Games Pass. I know this sort of sounds like one of those pre-roll ads I do, but it's honestly not. That Xbox isn't paying me to do this. It's just I'm always surprised how many comments I get about people who have never played Halo 5 but still watch my channel, and if you're one of those people, then this is how you can play it for free. As long as you have an Xbox One, you can play it for free. And there's always the PC version that is completely free to anyone that has a computer. The links for more information for both of those are down in the video description. Seriously, if you're one of those people that has never played Halo 5 but still watches my channel, you need to go check out this game. But for now, we're going to talk about Halo 5 2 years later. Today is October 27th, 2017, and that means that Halo 5 is 2 years old. Now, exactly 1 year ago today, I made a video titled Halo 5 1 year later. It was more a commentary on Halo 5's Warzone mode. Could a new player 1 year after the release of Halo 5 get into Halo 5 and still do well? Because 1 year after Halo 5's release, there was a lot of controversy around Warzone and how it was going to change the sandbox and everything like that. And what I found is that for the most part, a new player could still do just fine in Halo 5. But I talked about that a year ago because that seemed to be exactly what everyone was talking about. When Halo 5 first came out, everyone cared about the microtransaction system that was in Halo for the first time. For the most part, I think most Halo fans want to see microtransactions out of Halo entirely. But this first year of microtransaction discussion in the Halo community let us grow a lot and learn a lot about microtransactions and what they could maybe be. Because while most game studios have a pretty poor handling of microtransactions, with Halo 5 at least, 343 did a fairly good job. Not perfect by any means, and I'm not going to praise them for their microtransactions because honestly they shouldn't have been there in the first place. But if you had to put in a microtransaction system, which I think was mostly Microsoft's doing anyway, they didn't do too bad of a job. The point that I'm trying to make here is that Halo 5 got a lot of controversy in its first year from its own community. But I think as a whole, to at least other gamers in the gaming universe, it looked like a pretty good game. But this video is about Halo 5's second year, not its first year. I was just doing a little recapping for you. I think in its second year, Halo 5 has seen a lot less controversy from its own community, mostly because 343 seems to be listening a lot more to fan feedback in year 2. Not that they weren't listening in year 1, they just had other prerogatives. Year 1 was all about getting these big updates out. In year 1, Halo 5 got 15 new maps, 6 new game modes, hundreds of new wrecks, free Forge on PC, as well as one of the best map editors in the entire business, you could argue, and also $3 million in tournament prizes for HCS, which is huge. Halo 5 had a pretty explosive year 1, and it definitely made its mark. Whereas the goals for year 2 for 343 with Halo 5 in general have been much more focused and refined. And this is directly from a post on Halo Waypoint from 343. During year 2, 343 wanted to build the custom games browser, they wanted to have more Warzone firefight map, they wanted to have new Forge canvases, they wanted to improve spectator and theater mode, and they wanted to overall have better servers and matchmaking efficiency. And I think for the most part that they've achieved all of those goals and gone above and beyond. And I totally understand if you don't feel the same. I think some people will look back at Halo 5 year 2 and think that not really that much happened, and that's why I'm going to do a recap right now. Just keep in mind that this recap is going to go from October 2016 to October 2017, because obviously Halo 5 released in October, because you're watching this video in October. And listen, John, I know you're watching this video in December. I told you not to. Not much happened in October of 2017 because there's only 3 days, and I'm not counting the first 27 days of the month for some dumb reason. For Halloween, we got 8 new infection maps, which really refreshed the playlist, and you can still play those infection maps now. And also we got Sketch as a community manager replacing Bravo. But even 1 year later in November, we started to see some big changes. We got changes to the official HCS free-for-all settings, which shows that 343 still cared about the game's sandbox. There was also a large unnamed update to help 343 diagnose server issues. HCS Las Vegas was well underway, and we got the Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary Throwback playlist in Halo 5 for Halo's 15-year anniversary. The biggest thing in December was obviously Monitor's Bounty, which was the final scheduled update. It gave us things like Observer Mode and access to new Forge canvases, as well as just a huge update to Forge in general. We got the Custom Games browser, which is crazy for Halo. This is something I've always wanted, and we finally have it. But that's not all. We also got rec gifting, which we had never had before. We had the 2016 HCS Finals for $1,500. We also had playlist updates, a lot of refreshes just across the board, like Team Skirmish. Unfortunately, that's not in the game anymore, but it was cool at the time. We get the first whispers of the new ability tracker radar, but at this point, it's just them saying that they want to change the radar in some way. We don't have any details on it. And we, of course, got the olive helmet, which is the rarest item in all of Halo. I did the math. I proved it. Like, it's real. Here's a video on it. You should go check it out. In January, pretty much the only thing we got was HCS St. Louis, which wasn't even really a final. But that's okay, because in February, we got some more updates. We got some rec changes, which are some nerfs and buffs to the rec level of certain rec cards. February is also the first time we see Warzone Warlords return after Warzone was taken off 12v12 in the first place. We got all of the classic helmets. We got a little refresh to team doubles on Valentine's Day. There was that whole Ghost in the Shell Forge contest. I don't know what that was about. There was that whole controversy behind the Icarus armor. And we also got the Timmy helmet, which is what my Spartan's rocking right now. I don't know why. I kind of like it. Don't make fun of me. I'm sensitive. In March, we had the completion of the HCS Finals. We had a large general maintenance Halo 5 update. Again, an unnamed update that was just there to kind of help us along. We got completely wrecked in Warzone Turbo for the first time in March. And March is also the first month where we get a whiff of the ability tracker radar, which would of course become the radar that is used in HCS today. The next month, April, brought us that HCS playlist. We finally got a full MLG/HCS playlist. This of course made for lots of changes to the Halo 5 sandbox to make it more competitive. We saw changes to HCS, like no more autos or splinters or any of those kind of cheese weapons. And this is the first time we get to play Extermination. We don't have to shout out every random playlist that we got over the last year, but I really liked Extermination. I wish they would have kept it. In May, we had HCS Daytona, as well as a lot of HCS general tweaking, and we fixed heavy aim. In June, the community found out about the multi-shot glitch, which was of course patched, sadly. We got the Castle Wars game type for a little bit of time, and we also got Oddball, though it didn't have an announcer yet. July is the first time we hear about a 4K Halo 5 update coming in November, and we're of course going to talk about that later. We got a massive matchmaking quality of life update in July, and we also learned about Microsoft Store tournaments, which at the time were pretty sparse but are going to be far more regular now. I went to the doubles one with Sniper Lock and meant to do a whole vlog on it. Thing was, I had really never done a vlog before, and most of the footage was kind of cool in concept, but didn't actually amount to anything relevant to a video. So that's why you guys never saw that, for those of you that were at that tournament. But because these things are going to become much more popular, I'm thinking about doing one again with a little bit more knowledge about how to do a good vlog. In August, we got changes to how your rec level increased in Halo 5's Warzone mode, and we also got the first little teases of the Halo 5 sandbox update that's going to be dropping in November. In September, those changes in August that we talked about were put into a playlist called the Weapon Tuning Test Playlist. And we also got the Halo 3 Anniversary Playlist, which is honestly a lot of fun, and I'm glad that it's still in the game. I think enough people reached out on social media and let 343 know that we still want this playlist to stay in the game, and they've listened. Bravo, 343. Just do it with Shoddy Snipes next time, please. I don't even like Shoddy Snipes, but I know that most people like Shoddy Snipes, so I'd like it to go back, just so that more people in the world can be happy. Now, so far in this month of October, we haven't gotten a lot of things from 343. We've just gotten a lot of hype for stuff. And that's the reason that I wish I could make this video in November, because we're going to be getting a lot of cool changes in November. Halo 5 is going to be 4K ready on the Xbox One X. All of those sandbox changes that happened in August and September are going to become final. And 343 is also been talking about a lot of other quality of life things that they're going to be bringing to Halo 5. And these flag weapon skins look pretty cool. But I'm not letting myself get too hyped up because, of course, we don't have these updates yet. That's why I wanted to make this video in November, but obviously I couldn't. I'm hopeful though, and I think most of you guys should be too. I think with these updates and all of the updates that we got in year 2, Halo 5 has another year left in it. If 343 truly wanted to wait until 2018 or early 2019 to release Halo 6, I don't think many people would mind. They could probably do late 2019 with all the support that they've been given. We got a lot of stuff over year 2, and I didn't even mention everything. And that was only Halo 5 stuff that I mentioned earlier. I didn't mention anything about Halo Wars 2 or any other things going on. But this is what I expect from 343 and Halo 5 in the next year. And I'd like to see these things because they're realistic. First off, I want to see an improved weapon sandbox. I know we're getting some feedback with the Weapon Tuning Test playlist, and those changes are going to be coming in November. If you played the original playlist, you'll know that a lot of people really had a problem with the battle rifle and a lot of guns in the game just being way too hard to use, and 343 has heard that. They're changing the guns very subtly, so I'm thinking that we may need another round of this at some point. I think the Sandbox team has done a great job with the weapon tuning test here, and I'm really excited to see what they do in year 3. I'd love to see Theater fixed. I know we got Observer mode, and Theater's a little bit better than it used to be on release, but it's kind of embarrassing when you see all of these posts on Twitter about Halo 5 still being broken. I hardly ever use Theater, but when I do, it's very hard to get stuff to work. I don't mind seeing tweets about low population and stuff like that, but having something in your game that's legitimately broken is sort of embarrassing. And I'd also like to see better matchmaking updates across the board. I know that 343 has done a lot of work with the matchmaking, but we're not done. Consider the fact that Halo 6 is probably going to look a lot like Halo 5, so any development on Halo 5 is indirectly development on Halo 6. I know I literally make videos on my channel that are titled, "What if we could get the Falcon in Warzone?" or "What if we get the Flood in Warzone?" But I know that those goals aren't realistic in Halo 5. Now, do I wish we could have a Falcon in Halo 6? Hell yeah, but I understand 343 if they want to save that sort of development stuff for Halo 6 because, well, Halo 5 is an aging game. I'd rather have brand new shiny stuff for Halo 6 at this point rather than brand new shiny stuff for Halo 5. That's not to say that I don't want certain features fixed and updated over the course of the next year until Halo 6 comes out, but I think at least with the weapons that we have, I'm pretty content. But I want to hear what you guys have to think in the comments section below. How do you feel Halo 5 has done after 2 years, and how did you feel after year 2 of Halo 5? Oh, and here's a free code for Halo Wars 2 Complete Edition. Just anyone, whoever puts it up first. You wanted Halo Wars 2, but you didn't put on the little bell thing, and now you're watching the video late and you don't get Halo Wars 2, Jeremy. Bro, why is he even giving away Halo Wars 2 in a Halo 5 video to you? Yeah, 343 sent me a bunch of codes of Halo Wars 2 Complete Edition, but I already have the game. I don't have any friends to give them to in real life, so yeah. Oh, here's another code, by the way. Just kidding, that one's actually not really a code. I don't even know what that is. I did hide one in the video somewhere. It's one little frame. We'll see if anyone can find it. I want to thank Audible for sponsoring this video. If you click the Audible trial link in the description, you can sign up for a free month of Audible. You'll get one free audiobook that you can keep forever, even if you cancel 5 minutes after signing up. And yeah, all of the Halo lore expansive novels are on Audible, so it's free Halo lore knowledge in the description for you right now. Go get it. Do it while you're watching this video in slow motion, looking for that code. Instead of listening to my voice at 1/4 the speed, you can listen to an audiobook. Okay, enough of that. But yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section below how you felt about Halo 5. If you click the logo in the left, the little blue LTN logo, you can subscribe to my channel. I make awesome Halo content that you would really enjoy. And if you click the thumbnail on the right, you can learn about the rare stuff in Halo 5. I did the math. I want to thank you all for watching. Please stay notable, and I will, of course, see you in the next video.